My friends everywhere, I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to encourage us by leaving a like or a comment, and let us know where you're watching from. Love you all!
Rakib began choosing girls to raise in his home, following his grandfather's orders, as the grandfather rejected all girls. Suddenly, a girl with a frightening appearance approached him, stood before him, and said, "Hello, sir. I am Ananda, and I am 14 years old." Rakib looked at her in shock and didn't speak, but his grandfather surprised him even more when he said,
"This is the most beautiful girl we could take." "What? Who says she's the most beautiful girl? Did you bring her to scare me? She'd be even more terrifying if she appeared in the dark." "Rakib, I've said my piece, and that's the end of it."
Rakib was forced to sign the contract, and as he was signing, he glanced at Ananda and thought to himself,
"It looks like it's going to be terrifying nights."
Suddenly, he noticed Ananda looking at him with a look of mystery and fear. He quickly signed, got into the car, and drove home. Afterwards, his grandfather called him and said,
"What have you done, you fool? How could you leave me and run away?" "Grandpa, I'm going to run away. I'm going to emigrate. Believe me, you'll never see me again." "Stop talking like that. I want to see you at home."
Rakib arrived home, and as soon as he entered, he found the place completely dark. He said,
"What is this? What's going on? And what's with all this darkness?"
Suddenly, he saw two eyes gleaming in the darkness. Then the light suddenly came on, and Ananda appeared, looking very frightening. She said, "What's wrong, Uncle Rakib? Are you afraid of me? Aren't you supposed to be a fearless man?"
"No, of course I'm not scared, but I just don't like the dark, that's all. And where's Grandpa?"
"Upstairs. He's tired and asleep. But don't worry, I'll cook for you both."
"Food? And you can cook at only 14?
"Of course. I cook better than the most skilled chefs. You'll see, by yourself."
"Well, we'll see. I'm going up to Grandpa's, and when the food's finished, knock on the door."
Rakib went upstairs, while she kept looking at him with a mysterious, ominous smile. A little while later, Ananda knocked on the door, and Rakib went downstairs with his grandfather to eat. But as soon as Rakib drank the juice, he felt something strange in his mouth. Rakib said in shock,
"What's this? Is this a toy spider you put in my juice?"
Ananda laughed and said,
"It's juice that gives you the energy of crawling insects."
"My daughter, you are a good person."
Rakib became very angry, clenched his fist tightly, and said,
"Excuse me."
Ananda felt sorry for what she had done, even though she was only doing what her grandfather had asked. She went into her room, removed her makeup, and took off the wig she was wearing, revealing her beautiful, striking real hair and her eyes, which shone like stars illuminating the sky. She looked like a beauty queen despite her young age. She felt remorse for what she had done to Rakib and said sadly, "I'm sorry, Rakib, but I have to do this," because that was his only request. The grandfather, still sitting, thought to himself,
"You must learn, my grandson, one way or another. But I'm sure you'll love Ananda, as I loved her, and I felt she would do the right thing for you."
Days passed, filled with Ananda's pranks on Rakib. One day, she even went to his company in disguise. Rakib was surprised to see her as he waited for the new secretary. He said in shock,
"I don't understand. Are you really the new secretary?"
"Yes, sir. It's me."
"Strange. Why are you so short? I feel like I'm talking to a child, not a secretary."
Ananda was momentarily flustered, but quickly tried to calm herself. Suddenly, Majid, Rakib's secretary, entered and said,
"What's this? Who is this, Rakib? Honestly, she looks like a child, or half a child. Why is she so short? Who are you?"
"Show some respect, sir, and speak to me properly. What do you mean by short? Is this a respectable company or a place for bullying?
Suddenly, Ananda inadvertently took off her glasses, glaring at Majid, revealing her familiar, childlike eyes and innocent features, but now heavily made up in a frightening way. Majid was terrified and ran out of the room screaming, but Rakib recognized her immediately. He said in shock,
What? Ananda? What are you doing here? This is my workplace, Ananda.
She laughed and said, "What's wrong, Rakib? I just came to tell you I tricked you." Then she ran off, and Rakib chased after her, shouting,
I won't let you go, girl.
And after that, Ananda's pranks on Rakib continued for weeks, with a new one every day. One day, while Rakib was in his home office, a 14-year-old girl entered. At first, he thought it was Ananda, but then he noticed she was different. Her hair, her eyes, everything about her. Then she said in a voice he knew all too well, "How are you, Rakib? I'm Ananda." Rakib froze, his eyes wide with shock.
Ananda?
I know, Rakib. You know 14-year-old Ananda. The one who wasn't pretty. But the truth is, Rakib, I am 14, and I am very beautiful. That's why your grandfather came to the orphanage one day and spoke to me about you, about how much you needed to take responsibility. Your grandfather was like a father to me. I know it's hard for you, and maybe you won't understand me now, but I hope you'll forgive me, because I can't lie to you anymore.
You've answered all the questions I had in mind. But don't worry, I won't be angry with you. This will always be your home, Ananda.
Forgive me, Rakib. Then, overwhelmed by his kindness and the feelings that were beginning to blossom in her young heart, she ran away. As for Rakib, he sat in his office and said with emotion,
Why did you do this to me, Granddad? Why did you make my heart fall for a girl from the orphanage? No, I have to protect her, at least until she grows up, and then I can ask for her hand in marriage. Then he said in a quiet voice, Don't worry, little orphanage girl. I will protect you more than I protect myself.
And as the days passed, then the months, then the years, until Ananda turned 20 and Rakib turned 30. Finally, they were married. Rakib said happily,
Finally, we're married! And now I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I love you, my little darling.